Yes, evening class. Welcome to paper 2 revision, grade 11 maths lit. It is a November 2022 paper. As you can see, it is 100 marks and it's a full paper revision. So I'm saying, let's just prepare for end of year and without wasting any time, I'm just gonna go through the question paper. You can see instructions are there. But anyway, please note that every time when you write exam, you read instructions. So I'm going to quickly start here on question number 1. The table below shows the relationship between hours and the rate of charged per hour or part thereof. Tariffs include tariffs include value-added tax, VAT. Refer to the table and answer the questions that follow. That is the table parking fees for this area. And we can see hours 0 to 2, rate charged per hour or part thereof. We are given these rates, these hours, and the rates are given more than 8 hours is what is 40 rand. So that is what is given here. And then uh not lost ticket is 50 rand plus additional charges. So that is what is given there. So the question is saying, first question is saying, what is the rate charged if Mr. Suk parked his car for 8 hours, 15 minutes? 8 hours, 15 minutes, we look here to say more than 8 hours, 8 hours, 15 minutes, it falls here. It falls on this category. So therefore, uh, Mr. Sukutu will be charged how much? Will be charged 40 rand. 40 rand is what she's gonna, that's what he's gonna be charged because it's 8 hours, 15 minutes, which is at this rate of this rate here. So it is what is 40 rand. Write 8 hours, 15 minutes in hours. Write 8 hours, 15 minutes in hours. So we have got 8 hours already. So we have got 8 hours. And then we convert 15 minutes to what? Convert 15 minutes to, and then convert 15 minutes to hours. So how do we convert that? It is just simply by dividing 15 over what? 15 over 60. 15 over 60, it is going to give us what? It's going to give us 0.2. 0.25 is actually a quarter. 15 is a quarter of what? Of 0.25 hours. So, which is equals to, say 0.2, we can just say 8 hours, 8 plus what? 8 plus 0.25, which is gonna give us 8 hours, 8 hours what? 8 hours 25, 8, we are saying 8 point, it's gonna give us 8.25 hours, which is close to 8.25 hours, because the question is saying give 8 hours 15 minutes in hours, so it is converting 15 minutes to hours. Therefore you divide by 60 there, and then you get your answer as I did there, 8 hours, 8.25 hours as your answer there. Mr. TT is lost his ticket. When looking at the security cameras, they could see that he arrived at the mall at 11:30. He arrived at 11:30 a.m. and that it was now 12:40. It was now 14:20 p.m. Determine how much time lapsed. Determine how much time lapsed. So we are saying departure time for this, we are saying we need to know that the departure time is 14:20. Departure time, it is 14:20. And then arrival time, arrival time was 11:30. So we are saying the lapse time is equals to 14:20 minus 11:30. And then if we subtract that, that would give us to say that the lapse time is equals to what? Is equals to 2 hours 50 minutes. Those 2 hours 50 minutes. That is the lapse. It is the lapse time here. So you can see that questions such as this one, they do come. So you just say departure time minus arrival time, and then you see how much time was spent there, and then calculate how much TT was charged, how much she was charged. So the cost is equals to, she was charged for 2 hours 50 minutes. I mean, the time spent was 2 hours 50 minutes. So we should just say that we need to calculate that time, which is equals to say cost for this for Miss TT, cost is equals to what? Is equals to we have got our 50 rent. We are saying it's cost is equals to 50 rent plus the 7 times 3 hours. I mean 7 times plus 7 rent times what? Times 7 rent times 3 rent. And then this is equals to 21, which is equals to 21 rand. And then obviously the total cost is equals to now say 50 rand plus 21 rand, 50 rand plus 21 rand, which is gonna give you that if you add that, you can get that it is equals to what? Is equals to 71 rand. That is the cost that she was charged there. And then don't forget that this is 7 rand class here. 7 rand times 3 rand. We have got to get what? 21 rand there. Which is equal to 71 rand. Refer to the rectangular diagram below and answer the questions that follow. The rectangular diagram that is given there. And then define the term perimeter. Perimeter is actually the total length of the sides of a shape. Perimeter is the total, it is the total length, it is the total perimeter is the total length of the sides. It is the total length of the sides of a shape or in a shape. Sides in a shape, you understand, is the total length of the sides in a shape that is perimeter. And then determine the perimeter of the rectangular prism in centimeters, the total perimeter of the shape that is above there in what? Determine the perimeter of the rectangular in centimeters. So perimeter of the diagram is equals to, this is equals to, we are saying our perimeter in this case, therefore it is equals to 210 plus 210 plus what? We can just say 210 times 2 plus 100 times 2. You understand? Because this sides, this is 210 here, and this is also, we have got also 100 there. So we need to add right round. We add right round, which is equals to 210 times 2 plus 100 times 2, which is equals to, if we add that, we just put it through the calculator, which is equals to 620 centimeters. That is the perimeter of the shape. That is the perimeter, determine the perimeter of the rectangular prism, because each of those sides are, opposite sides are equal. And then give the name of the scale found on the diagram. Give the name of the scale found on the diagram. Give the name of the scale that is found on the diagram. Actually, you can see that this basically is the scale which is given is this one. It's a numerical scale. 1 centimeter is equals to 1 centimeter on the scale is equals to 100 centimeters on the what? On the map. So we are saying the name of the scale found on the scale, I mean the name of the scale, it's a numerical scale. This is a numerical scale, or they can as well call it a ratio scale. It is a numerical or ratio scale. As you can see, 1 centimeter is equals to what? 100. And then what does this scale means? 1.34. What does the scale means? It means every 1 unit on the map represents 100 units in what? In reality. Every 1 unit on the map, it represents 100 units. It represents 100 units in reality. That's what it means in terms of the meaning of the scale. We can say 1 centimeter on the scale, it represents 100 centimeters on what? On the ground. That's what it means in that regard. So let's quickly go to the next question. Identify, let me see. I don't know what happened with this question here. 1.4, 1.1.4 is saying identify from the list below a provincial road in South Africa as they are as follows. So the provincial road is actually it is the provincial road here is what identify as from the list below a provincial road in South Africa. We are saying the provincial road is actually R44. R44 is a provincial road, and then define the term provincial road. Provincial roads actually, in other words, we're saying this it is what roads that serve as a feeder to the national road. It's a rod that serves as a feeder to the national road. Obviously, I think you can see that when on our basic scale, province links to the national. From provincial, we go to national. So we are saying it is a road that actually serves as a feeder to the what to the national road. That is a what a provincial. That is a what a provincial road. And then we have got the diagram which is showing a Titharus prorigia was an ancient sea animal that was that is thought to have lived 85 million years ago. The top speed of the is about 64 kilometers per hour. This animal weighs 20 tons. Therefore, there is a diagram. Use the scale to calculate the length of the animal below. Use the scale to calculate the length of the animal which is below. So we can go to the questions that are there. Write down the name of the scale used. What type of the scale is used here? Which is we are saying what type of scale. The scale that is used here, if you can, as you can see here, it is actually a bar scale. It's called bar scale. It is a bar scale that is used in this case, as you can see there, 1.9 meters, and then we are saying it is what? It is a bar scale that is given there. It's a bar scale. And then use the scale to calculate the actual length of the animal in meters. The actual scale of the animal in meters, 2.1, 2.1.2. So what is to be done here is that we need to know that calculate the actual length of the animal in meters. So we need to calculate data to say width. I'm saying we need to calculate the width, which is given there. Data. We are saying the top speed of this was 6 and then 20 tons. And then we are saying in this get. So what is happening is that we can see that the width is 2.1 centimeters. 2.1 centimeters. And then the length is actually the length is actually 15.1 centimeter. 15.1 centimeters there. And then as having that, we now need to calculate this in what? So we are saying you calculate those centimeters and then you get those centimeters. And then now we need to calculate the what? The actual, use the scale to calculate the scale which is given there to say we have got what? 1.9 meters, which is given there. So you measure the measurements of the fish and then you give them 8 centimeters like that. So what we are saying is that 21 centimeters is close to 1,21 centimeters. 21 centimeter, I mean, what, 2.1 centimeter, sorry. 2.1 centimeters is equals to 1,9 meters. Is equals to 1,9 meters that is given there. And then we are going to say 15.1 over 15.1 over 2 comma 1 over 2 comma 1 is equals to, sorry, over 2 comma 1, 15 comma 1 over 2 comma 1 multiplied by multiplied by 1 comma 9, because we are saying we are given that our actual scale, the scale is 1 comma 9 multiplied by 1.9 there, multiplied by 1.9 meters. Remember that we are in meters in this case. So when you multiply that, you are going to get, this is going to give you, put it on the calculator, it's going to give you that you get 13 point double 619 double 619 meters. And then obviously you round this off to one decimal place, or to, which is going to give you 13.7 meters. 13.7 meters. So we are saying you measure the width, you measure the length of the fish, you get those measurements in what? In centimeters, and then you convert them by multiplying by the scale there. So you'd get that your answer is what? Is 13.7 meters is the answer that you can get, is the answer that you can get here. 18.7, 18.7 meters. So we can go to the next question. The animal weighs 20 tons, convert 20 tons to kilograms. The animal weighs 20 tons, convert 20 tons to what? To kilogram. So you should understand to say 1 ton is equals to what? You should understand to say 1 ton is equals to 1,000 kilograms. 1 ton is equals to 1,000 kgs. And then 20, we say 20 tons is equals to what? If 1 ton is equals to 1,000, what about 20 tons? So 20 tons is equals to 20 times 1,000 is equals to 20 times 1,000, which is gonna give you what? Which is gonna give you 20,000 kgs. It's just what we call simple mathematics, whereby we are saying it's simple mathematics of just relating to say 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kgs, 20 tons is equals to what? Is equals to 20 times 1,000, which we are going to get what? 1,000 kgs. And then due to the global fish crisis around, I mean, only 30,000 tons of the tumor may be caught annually. That is per year. The true quantity of tumor that is caught is closer to 48,000 tons per year. Calculate the percentage of illegal fishing in 1 year. So we are saying what needs to be done here is that what needs to be done on this question, it is equals to what? We are saying 48,000 48,000 minus 30,000, and then we get what? We get 48,000 minus 8,000, we get this is close to 18,000. We get 18,000. So percentage illegal fishing is equals to what? Percentage illegal fishing is equals to 18,000 over 30,000 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 100. Because we are saying percentage, which gonna give you what? 60%, which is equals to 60%, which is equals to 60%. I'm sure that you can see 48,000. We are saying due to global fish crisis, only third of tuna may be caught annually. The true quantity of the tuna that is caught is closer to 40,000, 48,000. So we have to say 48 minus 38 minus 30, we get 18,000. And then the 18,000, we therefore have to say percentage illegal fishing is close to 18,000, 18,000 over what? Over 30,000. Therefore, we get what? 60%. And then let's just quickly go to the next question. Is the map that is the map which we must answer some various questions that are given there. It's a map that we must answer some various questions that are given there. We have got these various roads, and then let's just quickly answer. Name the metropolitan roads found on the map. Name the metropolitan roads. So you see, the thing is name the metropolitan roads found on the map there. The metropolitan roads that are found on the map here, as you can see, what is happening is that we need to understand that these roads, these are various roads that you need to understand, and basically you should know your South African map. So uh, by knowing your South African map, it is gonna be easier for you to go through and maneuver these. So what is happening is that we have got 2.31, the metropolitan roads found on the map. We need to see that I see, let me check. We have got M9, and we can say M9, M18. There are metropolitan roads that I can just give there, M9 and M18, M9 and M18. List the major national roads that links Blue Water. The major national road that links Blue Water, it links Blue Water, Water Bay to Koega. So we just need to check there to say we have where is Blue Water and Koega. Blue Water, which links Blue Water. The main Blue Water is this one. And then we are saying it links the Blue Water to what? To Koega, which is also given there. So our national road, which is given there, is this one, which is what? It's N2. It's N2. We have got N2, and then identify the provincial road between eBay and Dispatch. 2.3 2. Identify the provincial road between eBay and Dispatch. So we have to look for that again to say where is eBay and then where is Dispatch. Dispatch eBay is this one. We have got our eBay there, and then we have to look for Dispatch. Dispatch is also there. So we want this road. That's the road that the question is asking to say, uh, identify the provincial road between eBay and Dispatch. So you can see that those places, they are connected by R what? R75. R75, I am sure that you can see. This is R75 that is taking through to Dispatch. That is there. So it is what? It is R75. It is R75. R75. And then how many provincial roads are indicated on the map? How many provincial roads are indicated on the map? We can count the roads there. We can count them. We are saying if you can check there, you can see that we have got how many? I'm seeing 5 is R365, R75. We have got that. We have got this 75, 368. Obviously, this one is the same as that one, 335 and 101. So we are saying we have got how many? There are 5 of them. We have got 5. There are 5, which I'm saying we can say we have got R75, we have got R75, we have got R101, 102, sorry. We have got R334. We have got also R335. And then we have got also R367. And finally R368. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means to say there are 6. So we can see that there are 6 here. There are 6. I can see that there are, I mean, there are 6. So we can just go to the next question. The next question, Mr. Tulani stated that the measure, Mr. Tulani, Mr. Tulani stated that the measured distance on map from Motherwell to Blue Water is 5 centimeters and the actual distance is 13 kilometers. Further said that the scale on the map is 1 to 26,000. So verify the necessary calculations if the statements are valid. So we are saying in this case, measured distance, we need to know that what is the measured distance? Measured distance, measured distance is equal to 5 centimeters. Measured distance is equal to 5 centimeters. And then we are saying 5 centimeters as to what? As to 13 kilometers. As to 13 kilometers, that is actual there. 5 centimeters as to 13 kilometers, which is given there. One and then this is equals to 5 centimeters, which we need to convert to say 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters, we convert it also to say 13 kilometers to centimeters. 5 centimeters as to, we convert this also, and then we get, and when we convert it to centimeters, we are to get that this is equals to centimeters, and then therefore we further want to say that what is the relationship? We want to see the scale. So we are saying 5 centimeters over 5 S to over 1, sorry, over 5. And then when we put this through the calculator, we can see that here we divide, we get 1 S to 5 into this, we get, when we divide 5 here, 5 into that, we will see that it will give us how much? 260,000. 260,000. So we can see that therefore the statement is valid. Yes, the statement is actually valid. The statement is valid, as we can see there, to say that the distance is what? 1 is to 260,000. We have calculated that, we get it, that it's 1 is to 260,000. Determine the time in minutes and seconds taken by Tulan family to travel from Motherwell to Blue Water Bay if they traveled by car at an average speed of that one at a total distance that is given there. So we are saying time taken is equals to what? We say it is equals to distance over what? Of average speed, which is equals to 13 kilometers over 80 kilometers per hour, over 80 kilometers per hour. And then when we put it through, we can get that this is equals to 0.1625 hours. So then we say that multiplied by 60, and then we can get our answer in what? In minutes. So if we multiply, we get this gonna give us, this is gonna give us 9.75 minutes. 0.75 minutes is gonna give us 9.57 minutes, and then 0.75 plus also we are saying 0.75 0.75. So we multiply it by 60 again. So which is close to 9 point that one, and then we also equals to 0.75 times 60 is equals to 45 seconds. You get 45 seconds. So therefore total time is equals to what? 9 minutes is equals to 9 minutes 45 seconds. That is equals to the total time that they will take, to travel that distance. So let us quickly answer the next question. The diagram shows the floor plan of a living room of the Sukutu family house. That is what is given there. 50 centimeters and then 3 meters floor plan. And then we are given that the living room has got these measurements there. So our question is saying, calculate the perimeter of the living room in millimeters using the formula below. Calculate the perimeter. So what we need to do is that in this case, this is equals to, we can just say perimeter is equals to, we know that is 2 times what? Times length times 2 times length times what? Times breadth. So when we get that, we are saying this is equals to what? We can have to say 2. We are saying our answer should be in what? In millimeters. Remember to say give your answer in what? Giving your answer in millimeters. So this is equals to 2 times, we change 850 centimeters to millimeters, which is close to 8,500. 8,500 uh, millimeters plus 3,500. 3,500 millimeters, which to give us 2 there, and then we get what? We get 12,000 millimeters. And then we continue, which is going to give us what? 2,400 multiplied 12 times 2, 2,400 millimeters. As to say that is the perimeter that is being asked there. So here it is plus, here it is plus class, this is plus. Yes, which is the formula that I'm just taking this formula that is given there. So we go calculate the area. Number next, you calculate the area of the floor in square meters. Use the formula below. We are at this question. So area of floor, it is equals to, area of floor is equals to length times breadth. Length times what? Times width. So we are saying the area is equals to 8.5 times what? Times 3.5. Of course, these are what? These are meters. Both of them, they are meters there. Meters, which is equals to, we give it the 29 point what? 29.75 square meters. Understand? That is the answer there. If the concrete floor, which is 10 centimeters thick, is to be laid, how many cubic meters of concrete will be needed? You may use this formula. Actually, it's the volume, which we are going to say that is the volume, which we should say this is equals to what? Is equals to L times we are saying volume equals to L times B times H, which is height. So when you calculate that, This is equals to, you can see that it's 8.5 meters times 3.5 meters times 0.1 meters. And then when you multiply that, you can actually get that this is 2.975 cubic meters. Don't forget the units, that the units of when we are in volume, it is what? I'm saying this is cost 2.975 cubic meters there. And then in which direction does the width of the living room wall face? In which direction of the direction of, in which direction is this, direction does the width of the living room face? The direction of the living room, it actually faces what? West and east. You can see, uh, it is facing west. We are saying it is west and what? It is actually west and east, which is shown on there. It is what? Uh, it is facing west and what? And east. It is facing west and east. That's the direction of the direction that it faces. The diagram represents a picture of a southern wall of the Sukutu family's living room. They carefully selected red bricks for the wall. This diagram is not drawn to scale. The following information indicated on the diagram below is useful for calculation. Obviously, given that the height is that one, and then we are given the dimensions, as to say southern wall dimensions, length is 30, height is 5 meters, which is also the same as the one given there. Dimension of one brick, height is 73 millimeters, width is given, also the length is given. Area of one brick obviously is length times what? Times height, which is also given there, motor. So the question wants us to, say, uh, determine the number of bricks needed for the southern wall shown in the diagram above. The dimension of one brick excludes the mortar, which is 10 millimeters. We exclude it. You may use the formula that is given there. So in this case, we are saying area of southern wall area of southern wall is equals to what? Is equals to, we need to say that it is equals to 8.5 times what? Times 5, which we are going to get, that is going to be 42.5 centimeters, square meters, 42.5 square meters. And then dimension of one brick, dimension of one brick dimension of one brick obviously is equals to length. The length of the brick is equals to, we are saying this is equals to, which are given there, to say that 222 plus 10, that is the length, which is going to give us something like 232 232 millimeters, and then height is equals to 73 plus 10, which will give us 83 millimeters, and then area of one brick, is obviously equals to length times width, which is equals to actually is length times what times height. So I'm saying which is equals to, we have got our 232, which is the length that we get there, this one, 232 times 83 point times 83 times 83. Therefore, it's gonna give us is equals to what? It is equals to, we get 19,256 square millimeters. The question is not yet done, and then we divide by what? By 1 million. So therefore we can get it in square centimeters. I'm gonna continue it this side, which is equals to 19,000 19,256 over 1 million. And then if we divide, that will give us, this is gonna give us that, it's gonna give, we want that area in square meters again. So it's gonna give us 0,019256 square meters. And then having said that, so number of bricks, number of bricks is equal to area of the wall in square centimeters, is given here. This is the, we are given the number of bricks, which is given already here in the what? Yes, this is the formula for calculating the number of bricks class. The formula for calculating the number of bricks. So we actually have to say that we are going to say our 42.5, we got our 42.5 square centimeters, 42.5 square centimeters, 42.5 square centimeters over this, over that one is 0,019 over 0,019 256 square meters. Then you can get that this gonna give you the answer is gonna be how much? Is gonna be 200, can say 2,207 point 10, which we can approximately round off to 2208. 2208 bricks. Yo, it's a long question. It was a long question, class. It was a long question. You can see it was a long question. But anyway, That's how you work it. So the next question is saying the builder suggested that an additional 10% bricks should be ordered to cover for the wastage. Calculate the total number of bricks needed for the boundary wall. So in terms of this one, we are saying 10% of that, which is we're gonna get it is to say 10 10% times the number that we get 2208 bricks times 2208, and then this gonna give us what? This gonna give us to say when we put it through there is equals to say total amount of bricks, total amount of bricks. You can see that you are going to find out that it's gonna give you uh 22. It's gonna give you 22 20 I mean sorry 20 24 20 28.8, which can still which is equals to 22 mean 24 29 bricks. 20 24. I mean, we cannot have half bricks, but the bricks should be full. So we round it up to say 24, 28. When we round it up, it's going to give us, this is 0.8 here. Therefore, it's going to give us 24, 2,429 bricks. Maybe let's just go to the next question. It's saying the price of one brick is 4 rand. That included. Calculate the total amount of the spent on bricks. Total amount spent on bricks. We are saying obviously we are saying number of bricks times what, that times bricks. Number of bricks multiplied by price per brick. That's what we should get there, which is gonna give us to say that number of bricks, we know that it is, we are given that we calculate that number of bricks, 24, 29, 2,429 times the price, which is 4.75. When we put it through, we can get that this is going to give us what? This is times there. So we're gonna get 11,537 537.75 cents. See, so that is the total amount that can be number of bricks times price per brick. That is how we get the total amount that is gonna be spent there. You understand? I hope it is making sense. Let's just go to the next question. Uh, Jonah Moore buys a small fish tank from Bay Aquariums from the price of that much, and then VAT inclusive. He wants to present the dimensions of his fish tank on price on a piece of paper. His father, in an architect by profession, told him to use scale of this one. and then use the table to show the dimensions. The table below shows the dimensions and so forth. So the table is showing that dimensions of the small fish tank in meters, dimensions on a piece of paper in centimeters, and then the first question is saying, note that volume is equals to that, which we have already understood from the start. That's how we calculate volume. So refer to the table above. Use the scale to calculate the missing value A and B. So our scale, that we are given is what? We are given our scale is 1:30. We are given the scale is 1:30, which is given there. We are given our scale 1:30, which is given there, 1:30. So A, in order to calculate A is equals to 45 times 1/30. 45 times 1/30. So you can get your thing as to 1.5 centimeter, which is equals to 1.5 centimeter. And then B, we also have to calculate B there. B is equals to 1 or it's we are also saying B is equals to 1005 times 1/30, and then this gonna give us 3.5 centimeter, 3.5 centimeter there. And then determine the volume of the fish tank in square centimeters. Next question, the volume of this of this one, the volume in square centimeters. So what we are saying is that 1 cubic centimeter, 1 cubic centimeter is equals to 1 milliliter. 1 cubic centimeter is equals to 1 milliliter. So if we have got determine the volume in what of the fish tank in that, so we are given that the volume of this one, we are to calculate and get that the volume which we are to get there is that 147, 141.750 cubic centimeters is equals to 141 750 milliliters. So 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliters. 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliters. So as we continue with the calculation, we can see that 141,750 milliliters over 1000 milliliters is gonna give us, which is gonna give us 141.75 liters. It's gonna give us 0.75 liters. So we can continue again to say that 0.9 times 141 times 141.75 is equals to give us 127.575 liters. You see? Well, I skipped the question, sorry. I did skip the question. I did skip the question. I'm sorry for that. We are saying 1.41. I was answering question 3 now. 1.41, 4.12 is just that the volume is equal to L times B times H, and then this is equals to 105 times this is centimeters times 45 centimeters times 30 centimeters, and then we are gonna get 141,750 cubic centimeters. You see? So actually this one this is the one that I skipped to, and then I've worked it there. Sure. So this is determining the volume, which is question 4.1.2. So I'm saying this one, I skipped to it therefore, which I was saying 1 cubic centimeter is equals to 1 milliliter. And then if we are saying 141.750 is equals to 141,750 milliliters, and then 1 liter is equals to 1,000 milliliters, and then 141,750 milliliters over 1,000 milliliters is gonna give us 141.75 milliliters, and then which is equals to 0.9 multiplied by what? By 141.75. Then we get 127.57 That's how we can get the actual the number of liters the tank would hold when it is 90% full, given that um, the winner was selected randomly from Sukutu. Mr. Sukutu won the grand prize of 150,000. He submitted 1,000 entries out of total of 10,000 entries. Competition further decided to use 90,000 rands from the 150 to expand his single garage into a double, single to double. He had a draftsman draw up the plan. The plan is drawn as below there. So what does this question want us to do? Is saying refer to the diagram above, use the scale. The scale is 1 is to 50, 1 is to 150. So the question wants us to say calculate the actual length and breadth of the existing and of the existing and planned new garage in meters using the given scale. Measure length is that one, and then width is that one. So that is actual length. So we can say actual length is equals to we are given that the length is 50.4 millimeters is equals to 50.4 millimeters multiplied by, obviously multiplied by what? By 150, the scale that we are given there. Multiplied by 150. Therefore, it's gonna give us, this gonna give us what? 75, 60 millimeters. And then we want it to be in meters, which is equals to 75, 60 divided by 1,000, which is equals to 7.56 meters. And then that is going to be our what? Our length. And then actual width is equals to this one that we are given there, to 25.6 millimeters times 150. And then it's going to give us 38, 40 millimeters. And then we need to get our, give your answer in meters. 38, 40 divided by 1,000 is going to give us 3.84 meters. Then it is done. And then the question is saying calculate. Next question is saying calculate the floor space. Floor spacing you will now have available in each double garage. Give your answer to the nearest square meter. Use your formula that is given here, length times breadth is equals the area of the rectangle. So we are going to say that this is just going to say our length is given there, which we got our length as what? We got our length as 7.5, 7.56, 7.56 meters times our breadth 3.84 meters, and then we get what? We get if we multiply that, we can get that's gonna give us 29.03. 29.03 square meters. 29.03 square meters. I hope we are still together and understanding this. Determine the probability of Mr. Scoot not winning the competition, taking into account the number of entries he submitted. Give your answer in percentage format. Wow. Give your answer in percentage format. So probability not winning, probability not winning is equals to, we are saying it is equals to, when we are given from the entries there that he did, we said it is given that he did 10,000. The probability is given that he submitted, okay, he submitted 1,000 out of 10,000 entries for the competition. He submitted 1,000 out of total of 10,000. So what you need to do is that the probability of not winning is that the probability of not winning is just going to be, we just say 10,000 minus 10,000 minus 1,000 is equals gonna give us as to say, out of the total, we get 9,000 over the total, which is 10,000. Because we are saying give the answer as a what? As a percentage times what? Times 100 over 1, which gonna give us something like 90%. You understand? He submitted 1,000 out of 10,000. So 10,000 minus 1,000 is 9,000 over the total, which is 9,000 over 10,000. We get that multiplied by 100, we get 90% is our what? Is our percentage. What is the probability of Mr. Masuku winning the competition? Choose from the table there. What is the probability? What is the probability of Mr. Masuku winning the competition? Choose from the table below, because 90% of not winning. So obviously is very unlikely to win. I can say is unlikely to win. It can't be impossible. Even chance not likely is unlikely. Is unlikely to win. That is the answer on this one. Write 10% to 90%. Write 10% to 90% in a simplified ratio. It is 10 as to 10% as to 90%. And then it is just to say as to ratio, which is equals 10 over 10 as to 90 over 10. And then if you divide it there, you divide you get 1 is to what? 1 is to 9. You get 1 is to 9 there. You get 1 is to 9. So, class, I hope that you are going to get your 100%. You get all your marks correct. Thank you so much for following and for tuning on. And I hope that is gonna really contribute towards your final exams and have your beautiful study. All the best for end of year examinations. Just continue to subscribe and follow for more videos and more work that is coming.